Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Shineability Show. If you haven't been here before, my name is Robin Carberry. I'm a business coach, and I help Gen X women start, build, and scale successful online businesses. So I've coached hundreds of entrepreneurs in things like offer development, funnel strategy, launching, and more. But what I truly love is helping Gen X service-based experts grow their businesses like the grown-ass women they are. So I come here live every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to talk about online business and marketing tips and why those things for grown-ass women-owned businesses are different. So say hey as you come in. If you're watching on replay, let me know that. Any questions, just go ahead and drop them in the comments. I always circle back afterwards and respond to all of the questions. So today, what I would like to talk with you about is how to deal with the things that say stuck on your to-do list. So those things that you keep pushing off from day to day to day. We all have those things, right? And the fact that they stay there day after day and they wave at us, say, hey, I'm still here. It's really draining, isn't it? So let's talk about why those things stay stuck on your list and what you can do to stop that cycle. So you probably already know exactly what those things are for you, don't you? Because they sit there in the back of your mind, even when you're not looking at your to-do list, and they're like, hey, it's like that annoying tap on your shoulder. Hey, I'm still here. I'm still here. So you spend a lot of time and energy thinking about the things that you're not doing. And that is just a waste of your resources. So what I would like you to do, even though you already know what these things are, I want you to take 20 minutes or so, put it on your calendar on during a time of day when your brain is fresh. Then I want you to take a clean piece of paper or a clean Google Doc and put all those things on your list. Then I want you to ask yourself some questions about these things that are stuck on your list. First, is it something that you just don't like to do? Second, is it something that scares you? Or third, is it something that you keep trying to do, but you keep getting stuck in the process? Either you're falling down a rabbit hole, or there's a question that you just don't know how to answer, or whatever. Every time you try it, you just get stuck. So, for the things that you don't enjoy, often the best answer is to hire those things out. Now, I do understand that that is not always possible. Sometimes those things actually require your eyeballs and your brain. But if they don't, hire it out. If you just really can't hire those things out right now, here are a couple things that you can do. First, remind yourself how you feel when those things get checked off your list. So I literally had a client box me yesterday because she had tackled something that she had been avoiding. And first, she was so excited about the fact that she had checked it off her list. Second, she said, every time I do things like this, I say to myself, gosh knows, why don't I do that more often? And why don't I do those things all the time? So remember how it makes you feel to check those things off your list. Something else you can try, and this is something that same client did. She was going to withhold something she enjoyed if she didn't get this thing done within a certain time frame. And she made herself accountable to me for that. So you can do two things here, actually. You can reward yourself for taking that thing off of your list. Or, and this can be much more powerful, say, okay, if I don't get this done by tomorrow, then I am going to not allow myself to do whatever fill in the blank of something that you enjoy. Or you can say, if I don't do this by tomorrow, I'm going to do something really painful. And a good example that my mindset coach uses all the time with her clients is making a political contribution to somebody that you don't agree with. That can be pretty painful, but there are other examples you can use it well. So that's what you can do to take those things that you don't enjoy and get them off your list. For the things that scare you, so these are the things that can make all the difference in your business. These are the big movers, and that can be scary, right? So for these things, these challenging things, I would recommend you book time on your calendar during a time of day that you are fresh and you are more ready to tackle a challenge. If you keep pushing it off to a time of day, maybe the end of the day for a lot of people, where you're just not so fresh, you don't have so much energy, and you just say, I can't handle that right now. I just can't handle that type of challenge. So instead, put it on your calendar during a time of day when you are fresh and you're like, I'm going to make this happen. The second thing there is to talk about your fears with somebody you trust, because the fears often are stories that we are just telling ourselves that stop us from taking action to keep ourselves safe, to not take that risk. But story is the key word here. Those are stories. They are not necessarily the truth, nor are they necessarily what's going to happen. So talking that through with somebody you trust can be really helpful in helping you take that scary action. The third thing is the things that you keep getting stuck on, that you try to do, but you keep getting stuck. Schedule a call or a meeting, in person will do, Zoom will do, with a friend, especially a really creative, idea-filled friend, and just run the thing by her and say, hey, like this is what I'm trying to do. This is where I keep getting stuck. What do you think? Do you have any thoughts, ideas, suggestions for me? Often it just takes a fresh perspective, especially if it's something that you've been beating your head against for a while and haven't been able to make progress. A fresh perspective can really just like bust that block aside, and all of a sudden you're like, yes, oh my gosh, why didn't I think of that? And boom, it's done, right? So that's it. Let's get these things off of your to-do list and onto your to-done list so you can move forward in your business. And if you want to talk through any of these things, if you're stuck with any of these things, please go ahead and join my group, The Impact Project. It's a group full of Gen X women. We are totally there 100% to support each other, lift each other up, and create a referral network of people that you know and trust that you can send business to and who also can send business to you. So check out the link below to join the group. You got any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll circle back. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.